Hello and thanks for staying with us. The Controller General of Nigerian Customs Service speaks on the fight against smuggling along the nation's waterways. Also on customs reports, FOU Zone B sees goods worth over 275 million naira within 1 month. Plus, more report. I am Egisemi Etie. Stay tuned. The Controller General of Nigerian Customs Service has stated that the customs will continue to fight smugglers operating along the nation's waterways. He made a pledge when he visited Rivers State to commission boats designed to fight smugglers on the waterways. He was received by officers who mounted guard of honor for him. In his speech, he said that the boats will further enhance the operation of the Nigerian Customs Service all over the country.
I feel highly elated to be with you and most importantly, to commission the 18 Creeks patrol boats. The addition of these boats to the service marine arsenal at a time when most smugglers are running away from the heat on land to water is simply the right thing to do. This event, no doubt, marks the beginning of a renewed offensive against those who chose creeks and waterways as safe haven for their illegal trade. The 18 Creeks patrol boats, consisting of 9 logistics support boats and 9 gunboats, whose parts are armored, should send a clear signal to the criminals that the game is up. Unlike before, we now have boats with flat bottoms that can access the creeks even when the water receded. In line with the Executive Order on Local Content of 2017, the Nigerian Customs Service tapped into the ingenuity of a Nigerian company named Siwa to design, construct, and build these boats. As you can see, these boats are not only built with our weather and circumstances in mind, they can compete with similar boats built anywhere in the world. We commissioned these boats, which will be deployed for the southern waters. I urge our marine operatives to use them judiciously in the interest of the nation. We have had crises on land where some of our arsenals, vehicles, rifles, were either seized or burned by smugglers. I hope our marine operatives will not allow this to happen, because we put so much money in building this edifice, and I want to implore you to ensure that you protect them from any hazard. First, you must protect your life, and the second thing that we have been told, especially coming from the military background, is that your equipment is as good as your life. Because if you lose your rifle, you are dead. So you must make sure that you protect your equipment. And in this case, I'm asking the marine operatives of the Nigerian Customs Service that will use these boats to ensure that not only maintaining, but that they are protected from the hoodlums. Let me state here that even with the best of working tools, NCS efforts will not yield maximum output if Nigerians for whom we work do not give us needed cooperation. I therefore call on well-meaning individuals and organizations to give the service credible information that will enable interception and seizures of smuggled items. No matter the arsenals we deploy, no matter the technology we deploy, we depend on information. And what we need from citizens, good citizens of Nigeria, is for them to give us the required information. Most of the times, these smugglers are part of the society. They come from the communities. And if you don't let us know who they are, it will be difficult for us to carry out our mandate, which is to ensure that illicit items do not get into this country. Items that will become an offensive to our life and to our existence will not come into this country if we have the desired cooperation from the citizenry. So what we are asking is that the citizens are part and parcel of the security network of Nigeria. You must work with us, the security agencies, for us to be able to succeed. So may I use this forum to appeal to us Port Harcourt citizens to please work with us. We're your friends, we are protectors. We will do the best to protect, but we must also rely on you for information. So please join us in this bid to rid Nigeria from smuggled items. To the members of the fourth estate of the ring, the media, I thank you for your continuous support and urge you not to relent on your valuable job of informing, educating, and entertaining the public. Together, I believe you are our spokesperson out there. You are also part of the security network because you ask questions, you get into places. Whatever information you think is relevant for us to carry out our duties, please do not hesitate to be part of that network. We look forward to working with you. We look forward to aligning ourselves with the best of Nigeria, that Nigeria can afford. And then at the end of the day, we look forward to ensuring that we create a safe Nigeria that will have enable people to prosper and of course endeavor to carry out their responsibilities without any fear. This cannot happen by any means except we get the cooperation of Nigerians. So I keep repeating this because this is the only way we make success. In places that we have been able to succeed in carrying out our mandates effectively is where we get the ultimate support from the citizenry. And therefore, I'm appealing to Port Harcourt people to please be part of that network. Finally, may I take this opportunity to thank our brothers and sisters in other security services that have been working very closely with us. We appreciate your support, especially the Nigerian Navy, who has done so much for us on the waterways. You have been a shining example in terms of cooperation. You have supported us, and I assure you, Ebosi, that we will work closely with you, we'll cooperate with you, and we'll rely on your expertise because you own the water. We are only going to be part of it. So we rely on your expertise to be able to execute our mandate effectively.
You are watching the program Customs Report. The Semi-Border Customs Command has intercepted cocaine worth 3.9 billion naira at the border. The customs controller said that one person was arrested alongside with the drugs. The drugs were hidden inside a religious book right inside the vehicle along the nation's borderline. The customs area controller in charge of semi-border has warned importers and agents against smuggling of hard drugs into Nigeria. He gave the warning when his men intercepted a bus with cocaine worth over 3.9 billion naira along Badagry Expressway in Lagos. He said men of the customs service intercepted the drugs when his men were conducting stop and search along Badagry Expressway.
We made some seizures of PMS, petroleum products. And likewise today, you see from behind me, we have 1,065 30-litre jerrycans of petroleum products. This time around, we did not wait for smugglers to come. We decided to go offensive. We used our normal intelligence and officers on patrol to ensure that we follow them, that it's not ready to do genuine business along the border edges of Sene. We could find life very difficult. The Nigerian Customs Service here in Sene, we are here to ensure people.
According to the controller, the substance was subjected to test and verification by the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency and National Agency for Food, Drug and Administration and Control (NAFDAC) was found to be cocaine.
You see in front of me, these are 11 parcels that contain the cocaine as confirmed by just 2 agencies. And we disrupt their illicit activities. We have been making life very, very difficult for them these days. If you can recollect, within a period of 2 weeks, this happens to be the 4th seizure of this magnitude that we have done.
The custom boss also advised smugglers of petroleum products to stop smuggling the consignment outside the country, warned that anyone caught will be made to face the law. The Federal Operation Unit Zone B has intercepted goods worth over 275 million naira within 1 month. The Customs Area Controller in his disclosure said the total amount of seizure within a month is put at over 275 million naira. The seized items include 856 bags of foreign rice, 474 kegs of 25 liters of petroleum products from smugglers.
It's in Sokoto, Katsina, and Kwara. So this is one of the efforts we are making to ensure that this rice doesn't come into Nigeria. I want you to understand the implication of allowing this rice to come. Recently, the President and Commander-in-Chief made a remark that Nigeria now we can cultivate rice, what to eat, and even export. But still, unprotected Nigerians are circumventing this effort of the federal government of Nigeria. I want to pass a message that Customs, Federal Operations Zone B, Kaduna, and other operations elsewhere were not sleeping. Wherever we see rice, we will not allow it because we know the damage it will cause to the economy. Investments are made to produce rice, to farm rice, to process rice. If we allow this foreign rice to flood our market, which means this investment will be lost, a job will be lost, security will not be guaranteed. So please, it's part of effort for every one of us, including the press, to pass this message that rice from foreign country is never allowed to come to Nigeria. And whoever see it, we should have the information so that we go after it.
Other items seized include 22 units of vehicles, 92 bales of second-hand clothing, 41 bales of foreign new textile materials, and 60 pieces of foreign jackknife.
Clarification clear for you to know that because of distance and logistics, other seizures that are made by my officers are never evacuated to Kaduna. They are left to the nearby customs operational office where these seizures are made. As such, out of these 856 bag of rice, 316 are in Sokoto and Katsina and Kwara. Secondly, we have 250 parcels of cannabis sativa, popular name Indian hemp, valued at 10,441,967 naira 50 kobo. We also have 474 kegs of 25 liters of petroleum motor spirit, PMS, valued at 895,788 naira 90 kobo. Along this record of seizures, we also have 16 units of used vehicles. 16 units of used vehicles. These are the vehicles that were imported into the country through an approved route. As such, we got them and they are here with us. As I explained in the case of rice, so also in the case of these vehicles. 5 units are here with us, 11 are in other states where such seizures were affected. We also recorded 92 bales of foreign second-hand clothing, valued at 13,742,155 naira no kobo. We have 41 bales of foreign new textile, 16 of vehicles. These are means of conveyance. Means of conveyance means the vehicle at which that was used in carrying the item we seized. These vehicles too are also, some are here, some are other places where such seizures were affected. By the time we go down, I will show you how desperate these smugglers are. In their attempt to deceive us, they now devise a way of concealing rice into a bigger jumbo-sized bag containing other grains, so that whoever look at it, if you don't have close observation, it will escape you and you will escape.
He commended some members of the public who are now briefing members of the Nigerian Customs Service about the activities of smugglers operating along the nation's borderline. The Customs Area Controller in charge of PTLM has been speaking on the revenue generation of his command in the last 1 year. He said that the containers worth over 55 million naira was intercepted by his men for wrong declaration and also wrong contraband items being brought into the country. He speaks more on the number of seizures made by his command.
The level of compliance has greatly increased. I can say that confidently, and it's part of the reasons why we even enjoy the peace we are enjoying, because we struggled to achieve an equilibrium. We struggled to sell our philosophy that these are the things we will not tolerate. And luckily for us, we have been able to bring everybody on board. Because the major problem we're having was this issue of falsification of documents, alteration of documents. Those are the things we're having, the challenges we're having. And the way we tackled it, people came to the realization that compliance will even be better than going through all those stress. Because you will go through the stress, you will pay the money and probably lose your customer by the time you get out of it. Because a vehicle you are supposed to have delivered within a week or even 3 days, within 2 days, you cannot deliver for 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Definitely that fellow will lose the customer. So people, and once somebody goes through that once or twice, he will not dare it. So the level of compliance has greatly increased, I must say it. Because there was a time, normally we have an avalanche of demand notices to sign or whatever, but this has gone down. It's not because we are not doing the job, it's because the compliance level has really improved. We can say that confidently, that the compliance level has improved. And we are better for it. As officers, the stakeholders are better for it because they can take their goods within a very short period. And it has reflected even in the number of cargoes we have in terms of vehicles, because we had more vehicles in the year than 2021, and I believe this is one of the reasons for it. The continuous process, when you are introducing technology, like this e-custom we are talking about, is something we have started for a very long time, but we are now looking at moving to a higher level, going to a more sophisticated level. So it's a continuous thing. It's not something you can just accomplish overnight. So at this level, we cannot give a timeline, but from the management, I think something that will not take another 2 years before it comes to fruition. Because every different aspects will be modernized. There are some you can see the impact immediately, but there are some that will just be behind the scene, that will be at the back end, that might not even be visible to anybody. But it is when the results start coming, the efficiency. Because even in our operations, when we are talking about e-custom, it's an all-encompassing aspect of it. It's not just about clearing. Even in our communication, which during this end of the year, we use the e-custom platform to administer some of the things we were doing manually. So it's the total package. So it's a work in progress.
The further operation in the Zone A has again intercepted goods worth billions of naira for smugglers operating along the nation's borderways. According to the acting controller, the smugglers should desist from the act of smuggling, saying that anyone caught will be made to face the law.
While many traveled to enjoy the Yuletide season, our operatives were out there in the field to prevent illicit items from being smuggled into the country. From 23rd December 2021 till date, a lot more have been seized, thereby setting the stage for today's press briefing. We must give glory to Almighty God for the year gone by. Despite the ups and downs, the unit worked on positively in the fight against smuggling, as witnessed by you all. It is only regrettable that we lost 4 gallant officers in the line of duty that same year. If there is anything the unit will not condone, it is to lose any of our officers to smugglers this year. New approach and tactics strictly to our chest will be deployed this time around. Smugglers are by this warned to stay away from smuggling. We cannot but justify the confidence reposed on the unit and the untiring support of the CGC and his management. We are equally well equipped with relevant sections of Customs and Excise Management Act, Cap C45 LFN 2004 as amended, to perform our legitimate duties without fear or favor. Some of such provisions are Section 158, power to patrol freely. Section 11, power to arrest and prosecute anyone seen to obstruct officers from performing their duties. Section 46, power to seize. Section 147, power to enter any premises without search warrant, and many more. For purposes of today's press briefing, hereunder are decisions to be showcased, intercepted at various points within the southwest zones. 1. The unit intercepted about 9,675 bags of 50 kg parboiled rice within the period under review. 297 bags of 25 kg parboiled rice, 30 bags of 10 kg each parboiled rice, 403 bags of 5 kg each parboiled rice, 240 bags of 1 kg of parboiled rice, 1,076 kegs of 25 liters of PMS in 25 liters each, 195 bales of used clothing, 51 parcels, about 39.5 kilograms of cannabis sativa, 68 sacks of used clothes, 2,535 pieces of used pneumatic tires, 17 units of used vehicles.
Just before now, this week edition of the program Customs Report, we brought you a report where cocaine worth 3.9 billion naira was intercepted along the nation's borderline at Semi border. For me, Igeseme Etinye, thanks for watching.